Hello, my name is Kam Siksay, and today I'm going to be leading a guided improv that is intentionally geared for anyone, regardless of age, movement capability, movement training, physical training whatsoever. At the end of this video, I'll be talking a little bit about an advocacy project that I'm doing at the University of South Florida. So stick around to the end if you're interested in hearing about that. But we're just gonna get started right away with the movement improvisation, and you're totally welcome to wear any clothes you'd like. I'm wearing jeans and just kind of like straight clothes for this practice today. So to start out, we're going to be finding our hip width kind of first parallel position and rocking back and forth. To start the practice, we're going to be exploring what it means to start and to stop things. And maybe there's an extremity of that you can find. This is incredibly simple. You can stop for however long you'd like. Oftentimes, starting can feel more important than stopping. I'm kind of involving my arms just as an extension of where I want my motion to take me. I can have a really soft stop, or I can have a really hard stop. What you're doing here is you're exploring what it means to have tension in your body. Tension is the engaging of our muscles, of our focus, in order to make action happen. So now, try to speed up, even if it's a really simple toe tapping. You're walking, and you're finding what it means to start and stop, or you want to have a bit more of a glide to your movement. Now we're going to be starting to introduce our verticality, what it means to start and stop, up and down. As you can see, I'm starting to see if I can take my weight to one leg. I'm remaining very in tune with no tension and a lot of tension. No tension release, tension to stop, no tension to stop, tension to start. It's all about how you're holding yourself and what you're bringing to your start and your stop. Feel free to go forwards or backwards. All right. Now that we have horizontally starting and stopping, as well as vertically starting and stopping, we have initiation from our head, as well as tension in our whole body. Now, I'd like you to start finding ways that you say yes in your body. We usually say yes with a nod. You can say yes with an opening. You can say yes by sinking into something. You can say yes by the start and stop place. I haven't been stopping for very long because I'm trying to keep my train of thought going. Feel free to really sink into a stop and sink into a start a little bit slower. All time and space, though that might sound a little bit silly, is welcome to you. It's up for grabs. I'm still saying yes with my body. Does that mean you rock? Does that mean you glide? Don't get overwhelmed by these ideas. Take them as you understand them. And realize that you don't have to have any training to know what it means to start and to stop and to glide. These are things that your body will do for you oftentimes without you realizing. Okay, that was me accepting and sinking in. On the opposite side, what does it mean to say no? To want to retreat? And maybe find this within the context of start and stop. Are you pushing? Pulling? What does it mean to say no? To maybe search for new things, or be firm and not wanting and retreating. Where's the comfort in saying no? Maybe it's not so much to the self. Maybe you're saying no for the things outside of yourself. What does it mean to be strong and no? I'm sort of finding a groove in this, a consistent rocking, but I welcome you to really maybe just feel the way rocking no can be presented in other parts of your body. Okay. Now, we're going to be doing a mode in improvisation studies. A lot of times, we'll work within the constraints of something. By the way, as I'm talking, you can continue with your tension or your yeses and your nos. In improvisation, it's an important step a lot of the time to find out what you can't work within, to discover where you can work. This next mode we're going to be working in, not working, but I guess also lurking in, is called line mode. It can be held with the tension of start-stop, or it can be more free-flowing. I can be less intentional with the lines that exist with me in space. That can also be slow, unintentional. Of course, there's a level of intention that's unavoidable. But if things are really reaching and placed, and you're aware of where your body stands, that's something different entirely. Try to avoid sinking into circles, and instead, when you find a circle, out the line within. This can be a really fun mode to just play with your arms. Where can your arms reach comfortably or uncomfortably, if that's something your body can handle, in your kinesphere? Your kinesphere is the space around your body which I can remain on a fixed point. I can have a supported leg, supported body hold space, and where else is my body able to reach? This doesn't have to be interesting, but it can stretch or it can compress. What are your things that what are your things? What are the things, but also sure, your things that your body can present to you, that you can have control over? Maybe try to have a viscosity in your lines. I haven't been turning around much so that my voice can be heard, but feel free to face any direction. Alrighty, whatever you found, super quick or stretching and slow, everything in between, in line mode, I'm going to welcome you to vine mode. Vine mode is less about linear space and it's more about continuation. Even if you have to start with a really small kinesphere, the point of vine mode is that everything within our bodies is always intertwining, reconfiguring, unbuckling. I don't know what song is coming next, so beware. Hopefully I don't have to skip it. I can welcome this just as much in my legs as within my arms. Notice how sometimes I let the rhythm control where I am, and sometimes it's good to realize that you can sink into something that might be denied by the rhythm. Of course, there's a rhythm that lies inside of you, a percussive one, being your heartbeat, but also your circulation, your breath. How do you blink? How do you close? And how is that intertwined? How does your flesh push? Feel free to release your head and your spine while still being engaged with your core. You can see the things around you. Again, this isn't meant to be impressive. As long as it's not painful, which it shouldn't be, because as long as you're feeling as though you're able to really encompass every bit of body you have, you can have force and also looseness. freedom. And I can give it to the music whenever I please. I can stumble if you're able, and still playing in vine. Power thing is always growing and looping and changing. You might find that sometimes my body is a bit more encompassing of itself in the space, and sometimes it's a little less so. And that's okay. Okay. We're gonna go back to our parallel feet position. Take a calming breath and sway, whether it's a small rock side to side, front and back, or maybe it waves within you. Feel your breath. If it's similar to the start, that's okay. But maybe you're more aware of it. Maybe it's a little bit quicker, or a lot quicker. Reach to that canosphere with ease. It's something in space that only exists because you make it so. There's no canosphere without your body being present in it. It can be such a power to allow yourself to take up the space that's always right before you, in whatever you do. Keeping your feet grounded can help observe where you've been, but more importantly, where you are. Go faster, be a bit more brisk if you would like, or you can just find sinking. You can still be stern and grabbing if you would like it to. All right, make your circle or your rock or your sway a little bit smaller. Your arms might still be out, feeling. You don't have to let them drop, but you can place them on your chest, on your stomach, or wherever you'd like. But just close your eyes. Take a second to feel in possession of your body, of all that's rattling inside of it. Take a second to thank, to find gratitude for, and presence in. much for joining me. I don't know how many people will see this because my YouTube's really quite inactive, but if you are seeing this and if you are moving with me, and especially if this isn't something that you've experienced before, feel free to reach out to me. I'm gonna actually give a little spiel in literally just a second on this video, but I really strongly believe so deeply in my person, the power and the truth in being in possession of your body, and the creative freedom, and how that might benefit you cognitively, emotionally, like I said, creatively. I feel like there aren't any bounds. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'm gonna do my spiel. I moved locations because I would like to sit by the sun as we chat. But pretty much I am working on a advocacy project within my department. It's my senior year at the University of South Florida, and all my life I've really strongly believed in the capacity for movement to heal people, and kind of the embodied memory that we all hold really tightly and isn't something that is necessarily as accessible to gain knowledge of, power over, freedom in. I'm definitely an advocate for any form of therapy, but movement therapy, dance therapy, for those who haven't heard about it, is such a powerful form of basically being able to reclaim the kind of physicality that can be held in memory and trauma and just a lived experience. And we all share having that lived experience in our bodies. So I really find little practices like this one where anyone can participate in an improvisational movement practice, and it can be such a freeing and eye-opening experience. I always find it to be. So I would encourage you to share your own experience, and maybe if this affected you in any way, I am incredibly interested in offering any line of support I can, any information I can, any wisdom I can depart, but also just possibly making another one if it is desired. But I really appreciate you all moving with me. Movement is the most important thing in my life, and I love to share that. So thank you. Okay, bye.